Alright everybody, let's go ahead and get started with assignment number 7, your community service page. I'm going to treat this video a little differently than the other ones because up to this point I've showed you more of a step-by-step how to do things. At this point I think you probably know how to insert text box and images and those kinds of things. So I'm simply going to go over what the pages should look like. So with the community service, there's a few important things that you have to have. Number one, you need to have 1 or 2 paragraphs to discuss where you went, what you did, and what you learned by completing the community service. How does it feel knowing you offered your time and got no money in return? And is this something you would do again? So in my case, the way I approached my webpage is I wrote individual entries for the different places that I went for my community service. In this case, I said that I went to Habitat for Humanity and I went to the Stanislaus County Library. Now please note, in my case, these are completely fake. I made them up. You won't have that luxury because you have to have pictures of you doing it and a signed paper saying that you did it. Number 2, I have to add pictures of the community service work. And here's the key, guys. If you don't get pictures, it doesn't count. You got to get pictures while you do it. Okay, at least one picture of you at the place with some kind of work, along with the signed log, and we'll get to that here in a second. But in this case, you can see I've entered the pictures along with the write-up. And again, these are fake, but in your case, you don't have that luxury. You have to actually do it and have yourself in some of the pictures, not in all of them. And then finally, you have to add a picture of the community service log. Now you might say, what is the community service log? Well, it's attached in Senior Project. You can print this out yourself if you like, or you can go to my classroom and I actually have these hanging on the wall so you can just take one. And what you'll do in these is you'll write down the date that you did the service, the number of hours that you served, what you did while you were there, and then your supervisor, whoever you're working for, can sign it and list a contact number in case we have a question about it. And you'll do this for all of the hours you do. If you need more than one log, then grab more than one. That's fine. And in the end, what you're going to do is just scan it or take a picture of it with your phone. That's fine as well. And then you're going to place it on your page. Again, mine's blank because this is just for a sample. Yours should be filled out. And again, if you have questions about that, just see me. I can also scan these for you as well if you want to make it a real clean looking copy. I can scan them and shoot them over to your email. The only other thing it says is that you have to choose an appropriate header image, which you can see I've already done. Now, I do want to take another second to talk about what is community service, because that's an important piece of this. Community service is defined as working for a non-profit organization or a school club. Not someone's private business. You don't get to go to a restaurant that your family owns or that someone that you know and help, wait tables, that kind of. That's not community service. This has to be for a school, a charity group, a church, a community service organization. There's a lot of different options. I suggest you go look at the old senior projects and it will give you some ideas. And please keep in mind, the only caveat on this is that you can't do more than 4 hours for a school club. For a single one. So if you belong to more than one school club, then that's fine. And the reason I say that is a lot of students are part of Fast Club and you get 4 hours for joining that and doing the work with them. Also keep in mind that none of your previous community service counts. You don't get to count stuff that you did at PHS or that you did over, your freshman and sophomore years. This is only that you do while you're at Del Puerto. Okay. Finally, I'm going to show you a couple more features that I added on this page that I've never used before, and that's the divider. If you find yourself doing something similar to what I did here, and you can kind of see if I show you the preview that I have these little lines on here to separate the sections, that's just using dividers. So again, you don't have to divide it this way, but if you do, you can always just hit divider and you'll see it drops a little divider in here that you can drag around by section. If you don't like where it goes, click the trash and get rid of it. But there's all kinds of different features. Again, I've showed you in previous videos how to do all this stuff, so I'm not going to take the time to do that again. Alright, let's go through our checklist here. I wrote my paragraph or two. Yeah, in fact, I wrote one for each service that I did. I added the images. The optional is to add video as well. I added an image of the community service log. Got that. I made sure that I didn't have any spelling or grammar errors, and then finally I added a header image. So in the end, this is one of the most important, and I'll be honest, most difficult pages that you'll have to do, because it requires you to do 12 hours of community service. Okay? If you have questions about them, please ask me or ask your advisory teacher, and we can help you out. But most of this we will not be setting up for you. We will simply give you suggestions and help you get pointed in the right direction. I thank you guys for watching this. I hope this is enough to cover the community service program. And if you need any other help, please reach out. Until the next time, have a really good day.